Hello everyone, and welcome back. This is the beginning of the week 3 of feeling like crap. I do feel better this weekend than I did last weekend, but it goes in stages. Like you'll feel really good and it's like, oh wow, and then boom, you feel like crap again, and a couple hours later you might feel better. Melissa, she's finishing up her 3rd week now, so definitely starting to feel better, but it's been slow. 2 nights ago, it got down to 30 degrees, and you can see what happened. We did tarp a bunch of the garden on stuff that we didn't want to freeze, so a lot of it got saved. And now today it's supposed to get to 80 degrees. This whole week is supposed to be 79 or 80 degrees. Melissa's gonna make homemade sourdough crust pizza today. She needed a green pepper and an onion, a red onion. This isn't gonna be much of a video, but I'm determined to get at least something up. I filled up the water tank the other day. And the following day I was gonna go get the cows, and I started on my trip down there. And I was too sick. I decided I had to come back. I had brought the trailer back and everything. I couldn't do it. That was about 5 days ago. I was in bad shape that day. Hey, Smudgy. Last night, Melissa and I went out and sat for, I don't know, hour and a half. Had a little fire. It was a really nice night last night, so didn't feel that good, but it was nice to, get out of the house and just do something different. Before it froze, Melissa pulled, I don't know what was this, basil, sweet basil or something. And I don't know, this is super common. Anyway, picked them out of the garden because we didn't have enough tarp to cover those and they were ready. They're just hanging in here to dry. Haven't done anything more back here. I got this sink in and I got the drain run outside so that when we clean the milker, all we need is a 5-gallon bucket of warm water and cold water, and it washes itself. So at least this is set up. I don't know if this will be the permanent one or spot or anything, but for now it's here. And then we've been out here a few times going over this milker so that we know how to use it. And like I said, now we're starting to feel better. Like Melissa said though, she slept 10 hours last night, and she said right now she could just get right back into bed and go right to sleep. It's just really weird how it works, how you feel okay and then all of a sudden you're exhausted, Yesterday in the morning I felt pretty good, and I have a battery review video to do. That battery right there. So I carried it from the garage into here to plug it in to charge up before I do the video. And I felt really good, but now, I'm coughing stuff up. But it has to be COVID that we're going through or finishing up with. But I had no energy. You couldn't get enough oxygen. I don't know how to explain it, but it was scary. It's just scary. Usually you're sick for a week and then you start to feel better. And when you go into 2 weeks and then you start in 3 weeks, it's that's really kind of scary feeling that something can run your life for that long. But that's enough about that. Just letting you know that we're recovering. And it's going to be a really nice week. And I got to get this in so Melissa can make a couple of pizzas. At this moment, right now, I'm hungry. Might not be in 15 minutes, but I am right now. This road is getting bad again. They need to get out here and grade it. Melissa's getting started on those pizzas. I have to run up to the store and grab a couple things, and I thought I might as well do it now. I feel pretty good. I'm so happy that it's going to be warm this whole week. Yesterday's, or 2 days ago, that 30 degrees. The night before it got down to 36. And then it was only, yesterday it never made it, I don't even think it made it up to 60 degrees. That's a little depressing this early in the season. Average high right now is 70 degrees. They were saying on the news that this year up here it has been so wet. Was the summer the wettest on record? It's very close, maybe the second wettest on record. And because of that, you know, like last year it was more of a drought, and so fall colors weren't optimal or whatever. And this year, because it's been so wet, a lot of the trees, from not drying out as much as usual, have got like fungus on their leaves. So they said that this year's fall color, that whole thing will not be optimal either. It'll be interesting. Melissa showed me a picture from a year ago, and we had trees in the yard that were already turning red. And we don't have any right now we have some that are losing their leaves, but they haven't turned any pretty color yet. Right here.
Good girl.
You can already see the neighbor's house through there now,
Yeah.
or their garage. It's too bad it frosted, because there's a lot of squash down there that aren't quite ready yet.
Maybe they'll continue.
They might. dog.
You ready? Let's go.
Oh, Melissa's in there tonight. She's making chicken soup. She bought a couple of rotisserie chickens and she chunked them into the pot, and now she said she needed an onion, some carrots, and some red potatoes. I can't remember which row was red and which one wasn't, so I'm going to have to dig a while. Oh yeah, those are reds. I don't see any bugs that have chewed on them. I wanted to get these out earlier to avoid that, but I've had bigger potatoes, but this is only one plant and I've got a lot of them. We need to get these dug up in the next few days. I can't tell if that's green because I'm colorblind, but it kind of looks not like a red potato, so we're going to toss that. Oh man, new potatoes are the best. I didn't get the front mowed, but it felt good to get on that mower for a little over 3 hours and do something. Don't know how good you can see that. It took her a few hours, but it smells so good in here. Good morning, everybody. Nice 47-degree morning. Supposed to get up to 79. 10 days from now, I will be driving to duck camp. Alright, I'm going to try to get some things done today here. That looks like a job. I bought this, 3 things from Beaver right after I bought that tool set because it was a really good price. And I think this is like a workbench, and I thought it would be perfect back here in Melissa's part of the workshop. And I think it might be really good set up in the stanchion room here just to set stuff on. So I wanted to see how much of a pain this was to get it together. Usually it's not bad, it just looks bad when you open it up, but it's heavy, so because we're going to have the milker and stuff in there. We're going to need something to set stuff on. So I thought this might work pretty good. And that is not why I got it at the time, but it would work now. Yeah, I got this. I bought this right here, which is one of those sandblasting cabinets, because I've got a sandblaster, but you know, not a cabinet to put it in. And in the workshop here, I thought this would work really nice sometimes, and it was a really good price at the time. And then I bought this also, which is also from Beaver, but it's a welding helmet, because I bought that welder from Zachary. And you know, it's got the handheld one, you hold it in front of your face, and I don't know. But I mean, this one here is the kind where you just put it on, and when you start welding in like 1/30,000th of a second, it dims it down. And Zachary said that's the kind that he uses. Right now, he has the welder, because he grabbed it back for me about a month ago, because he's fixing his trailer. And I didn't have the correct plug-in for the, it was like a 50 amp welding plug-in. Anyway, he put a 30 amp end on it, so now I have plug-ins I can plug it into here, and he could at his house. But anyway, eventually I'll get to use this. There's some welding I'd like to do on the tractor, or Zachary could do it when he brings it back. I mean, he's really good at that. But anyway, yeah, I got the helmet, I got the workbench thing back there, and the sandblasting cabinet. I just haven't had a chance to use them yet. All I need is a booklet. Gotta be one in here somewhere. There it is. Well, it's not a really big book, so can't be too many steps. 3 pages of precautions. I did not realize this thing had such a heavy-duty top on it. It's like a butcher block top. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna run in and have some lunch. It's hot outside today. It's nice and cool in the workshop though. I'm sure that all of this will change around, but for right now, kind of set up nice. Halter trained cow, so all we have to do is latch it. Little bucket for some grain and some hay until I get the stanchion built where it has a little feeder in the front of it. Brought the milk machine in, and even brought in, we got the little thingy right there for transporting if we get a real lot of milk. Right now she's putting out, the lady said, 4 gallons a day. So yeah, like I said, I'm sure it'll switch around, but like Melissa said this morning, she goes, we've got to figure that thing out and get it all clean tonight. Well, it's here. Everything's plugged in. So yeah, we'll get it figured out. I just drove up to L&M. I had to get some 5-gallon buckets. All their buckets are food safe, and I just need them for cleaning the milker, because we'll be bringing some of the water from the house. And when I was there a couple weeks ago, they were out of buckets. So Actually, they might not have been. They weren't in their usual spot. I went there this time and thought they were out, but I had called. And I went around the corner and they had probably 100 of them there. I was texting with my brother Chris earlier because, what is it, 10 days from now we'll be going up to duck camp. And my phone goes up, like I'm gonna go up probably Thursday. And my phone shows weather up to Wednesday and it's showing 79 degrees. That's warm. But you know what? That's better than 40 and raining when you're in camp. But it did show a little bit of rain. And they don't know what's going on 10 days in advance, but still. Well, we got cold water out here now until it freezes up. So for about a month and a half, we'll have cold water. And then in the wintertime, you know, we'll dry the cow off because she's going to be having a calf in March. March or April? One of them two. So that won't be a big deal at all. What we need out here is hot water on demand. And then I can just branch off of this and run and have hot water, because you need a little bit of hot water every day to run through the milker. Cold water with soap, and then hot water. I don't know how you do it. I sent Melissa a picture of this when she was at work, and she goes, "Oh, you got everything up and running?" I said, "No." I said, "You have the book." She brought the book to work with her to read it, so I just have it sitting here. Okay everyone, well thanks a lot for watching. Melissa and I were just out here for about an hour, put everything together. Directions were okay and fairly horrible at the same time. But we've got everything sanitized now and everything's been run through. We know how it works. So yeah, the next thing will be, let's see how it works on a cow. We actually did that pretty good without getting all mad or anything. I will see you guys on the next video.